It's Thursday, January 28th, 2021. All I can say is wow. Things are absolutely going bananas. These markets, I've never seen this type of volatility in my life. And look, I don't play these markets daily. I buy mining stocks. Other than that, I'm out of these markets. The bubble fears continue to be all over the place, yet investors continue to keep buying into this massive bubble. I don't understand it. Article yesterday, New York Post, GameStop rally is warning that market bubbles have gone mad. Isn't that the truth? We look at GameStop earlier today. It was up over $400. I think it closed at $153, down 44%. AMC down 56% today. BlackBerry down 41% today. Dow Jones closed in the green at 300 points, but it was well over 600 points earlier in the day. But these numbers are just incredible. Just looking at what happened today, how something can be way up here yesterday and just get slammed today. But that's easily explained. Robinhood blocked the purchase of these stocks. They stopped the purchase of GameStop, AMC, and BlackBerry. Isn't that unbelievable? How is closing down and restricting a trade a free market? You can sell, but you cannot buy. Seems like this helped the hedge funds quite a bit from bleeding billions of dollars yesterday. They didn't like that. So they told Wells Fargo, and they told Robinhood, and they told other entities to not allow the trade of certain stocks today. That's unbelievable. So here we are in the so-called free market, hedge funds shorting stocks and Robinhooders gambling. And so what we're getting with all this is massive volatilities, massive bubbles. And you got to ask yourself, is this normal? No, it is not. Is this safe? No, it is not. There's going to be a lot of losers here, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of losers. And now we saw silver up $1.50 earlier this morning. It got slammed down to about 56 cents. And then it went right back up over $1.30 later in the day. And I think it's above $1 right now. So are we seeing Robinhood money pouring into SLV? Are they going to create a bubble in silver? And if so, what does that mean? Can you sell? So let's just say they took silver to $300 and just caused this massive bubble. What does that mean for the physical? Would you be able to sell physical for $300 an ounce? I don't think that would happen right now. Things are getting completely crazy, out of whack. CNBC. We got some so-called good news today. Jobless claims rise less than expected at 847,000 first-time applicants. That's the good news. We only had 847,000 first-time applicants. And here's the key words here. First-time applicants. They are not including, somebody brought this to my attention today. They're not including people who are filing again that might have been on unemployment, 4, 5, 6, 7 months ago, who are now filing a second or third time. They're not counting those people. So what were the real unemployment claims last week? It wasn't 847,000. I guarantee you it was well over 1 million when we take into account people who might have filed a second, third, or fourth time. So that's the good news, because they were expecting 875,000 people to file first-time unemployment claims last week, and it was only 847,000. So, wow. I still cannot comprehend the amount of jobs that we are losing on a weekly basis. Nobody even talked about it this morning on any of the business channels. I watched a little CNBC. I watched some Fox Business. Nobody even mentioned it. You would not even have thought anything had even happened with these jobless claims. Nobody discusses it. What happens is the stock market closes up 300 points. With all these shenanigans, with all this monkey business, this Ponzi scheme, the Dow Jones closed up 300 points today. CNBC, U.S. economy closes out 2020 with lower than expected 4% gain. Full year GDP was down 3.5%, the worst year since the end of World War II. So that's really saying something. Yet the stock market is up. Let me tell you, this stock market is so fake. It's a joke. It is an absolute joke. You know what people ought to do? They ought to just stop. They ought to just pull their money out of the stock market and stop trading it, because they're not going to let you win, right? So they'll just close down these trading firms like Robinhood or Wells Fargo and not allow you to buy what you want to buy. They don't mind when things are getting creamed, when they're shorting the market and things are getting creamed. That's okay. But when it's going up and they're losing, now all of a sudden it's not okay, and they want to change the rules. And you lose, they win. They've got 5 beach houses. You're trying to pay your mortgage and your auto payment, and you have a bad day. You're in big trouble. These people, their life doesn't change after a bad day. But the average American trading in these markets, his or her life does change. And especially these people in Robinhood. I think they're going to learn a very, very critical lesson here. These hedge funds and these banks have way too much money. They have the time, they have the money. Now they control what you can buy and what you can sell. They'll just hit the circuit breakers, call up Robinhood. Don't allow your Robinhooders to buy X, A, B, or C. 10,000 stores are expected to close in 2021 as this economy continues to pummel retailers. Stock market is soaring, but again, as I was watching the business channels today, nobody's talking about the 10,000 stores that are going to close, expected to close in 2021. And I don't know how many thousands we've lost, hundreds, 100 plus thousand small businesses were wiped out in 2020. Tens of thousands of restaurants, and we're still losing them every day. Trading Nation, CNBC, naive investors are getting dangerously caught up in a speculative bubble. All-star investor Rich Bernstein warns. He warns in this article, retail investors will pay a big price for getting caught up in speculative trades. If you're worried about what is going on, you should be, he says. GameStop up 1,700% so far this year at the close yesterday, Wednesday. He asked, will fundamentals win? His answer was, it always does. Another article on CNBC today, a lot of news on CNBC today. These wild stock moves will end badly for investors. Double Line's Jeffrey Sherman says. He says investors riding the wild price surges could be the ones that get crushed once the trend reverses itself. Again, as I said before, a lot of these people have no idea what they're doing. I commend them for going after these hedge funds who are shorting many of these stocks. And these hedge funds didn't like it. But gosh, look at these hedge funds, the billions of dollars that they have. They can borrow money for next to nothing. Now what they'll do is they'll short GameStop as they know it's going to go down. AP, Tesla posts first annual profit but misses analyst estimates. It ekes out a $721 million profit for the year 2020, but it's valued at $819 billion. Again, this stuff is so fake. These bubbles are so enormous, and there's no doubt that the day of reckoning is coming to Wall Street, and it's going to be well deserved. And so many people are going to be so wiped out when it happens. These people just believe nothing bad can happen. But look, they're already changing the rules. You can't buy this. You can't buy GameStop if you're on Robinhood. You can't buy AMC. You can't buy BlackBerry. And so if they go after something else and they run something else up, what do you think is going to happen? The circuit breaker is going to come in, and the account that they trade at is going to say, you can't buy this. These hedge funds and the banks are controlling everything. You might as well just pull your money out of the stock market and make them feel the pain. To me, people go, what can I do? I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't be trading in these Ponzi scheme markets, but as long as people are making money at them, they're going to be okay. Until they get wiped out, then they're not going to be okay. But maybe it's better just to pull out of these markets, pull our money out of the banks, deal with local banks. this is the continued wealth transfer that we're watching take place. The big guys are going to eat these people up for lunch. Another article today, Illinois saw a more than 700% hike in jobless claims during the crisis. 700%. So that means in 2020, Illinois had a 700% hike in jobless claims as they go broke, as their pensions go broke, as the city of Chicago goes broke. We are heading into a very, very bad nightmare here, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not just Chicago. It's not just the state of Illinois. This is happening all over the country. U.S. air travel falls to 6-month low. Travel restrictions hinder recovery. Boeing, post-record annual loss, pushes out 777X deliveries to late 2023. So what is supporting the stock market at this point? It must be millions of Robinhooders who are now getting completely ripped off. A complete joke what's happening. But we are watching stimulus money pour into the stock market, and we are watching mass volatility. We're watching massive bubbles created by Robinhooders with stimulus money, with unemployment money. And now hedge funds don't like that because they've been shorting these companies, they've been shorting these stocks. And so now they are trying to just squash out the other side, squash out the Robinhooders. Look, I say what's good for the goose is good for the gander. But at the end of the day, this whole thing is a joke. It's going to land up being the biggest stock market crash we have ever seen. This is going to dwarf 1929. This thing is going to be crazy when the bottom falls out, let me tell you. And everybody, rich, poor, in the middle, is going to be affected by this. People, it's crazy. You got hedge funds gambling with money that isn't theirs. You got Robinhooders gambling with money that isn't theirs. At the end of the day, we got massive bubbles, massive volatility, and we're going to have massive losers. But who probably isn't going to lose are going to be the hedge funds and the banks, because they can just borrow money for zero as the Fed just prints the money out of thin air. But it's going to be that little day trader, that little Robinhooder who is going to be absolutely annihilated. Be careful, ladies and gentlemen. Be very, very careful. This thing is getting worse by the day. And I will be shocked if we don't see some really, really big corrections, if not a full-blown collapse in these markets this year. I would be absolutely shocked if this thing goes on more than a year. Something is going to trigger it. Maybe it will be a collapse in the housing market. Maybe it's going to be the collapsing commercial real estate market. There is just way too much debt out there, too many people not paying their bills, and everything is being supported with stimulus checks and unemployment checks. This is not going to go on forever. I promise you that. Maybe it goes on another year. Maybe it goes on 2 more years. I just don't see it happening. I really thought this thing would have crashed already, but this is getting absolutely ridiculous what we are watching take place. Be safe. Be very careful. Myself today, I bought a little bit more gold. I bought some more mining stocks. I'm buying what people are ignoring. I'm buying what people just don't find attractive. I'm buying what's on sale. And yes, they are a gamble. They are a gamble. They are burning matches. There's no doubt about it. Be very, very cautious if you're buying mining stocks. But I cannot buy into this market with these bubbles and this volatility and this stupidity. I just cannot do it. I'm going to take my chances buying what's on sale, buying what nobody wants right now, because I truly do believe that we are going to see gold and silver have their day, and I believe mining stocks are going to be a good place to be. I could be wrong. I could be right. But, I'm gambling with money I can afford to lose. Many people are gambling in this market with everything that they have, and they are going to get burned. God bless every one of you. Thanks for watching. Share this video with everyone you know, don't know. Make sure that you subscribe, hit that bell notification so that you are alerted with the newest video. Talk to all of you very, very soon.